Hello and welcome, Rahul. And you're watching me on my Facebook page, on my YouTube channel, or my talk show. And if you're watching me consistently, welcome back to my channel. I always come up with new ideas and try to inform you of latest development, whatever is happening in the real world. Because we wanna stay here in a very fashioned way. Because what happens? Everybody has a dream. Everybody aspires to do something great in his life. But there are certain constraints in their life which holds them back. It happens to everybody. And that is what I want to tell you. If you are healthy, you know if if you are able to do some certain works on your own, then 90% of the constraints are in your favor. Other 10% you have to fight with because everywhere, whatever you do, whatever journey you embark on, initially you have to put an effort, and it will be challenging initially, because it requires energy to overcome the initial inertia. Whatever you do, any business, any work, any job, any professional career that you want to pursue, you have to put initial effort. Later on, either it becomes a habit, you becomes habitual of that, and you have to put less energy, or it takes an automation. It depends on your incisiveness, how you use your application of your brain, how you automate that, and how you adapt to do in that very environment, that very work. That is what is required. I want to tell you that, yeah, skills are honorable. You can learn any skill. If you have brain, God has given us a brain, which is totally functional, and it has ability, neuroplasticity, to learn things, to assimilate new things, to acknowledge whatever is happening, and to have a tendency to learn it. So you can hone your skills. Everybody knows that, and you have to apply in order to find good implications. Later on, I want to tell you that there are certain ways, with which you can certainly find prosperity, can find abundance in your life. You have heard of that very law. It is called law of attraction. Do you know that? In If you think of as a law, you would not believe it. But when you think of it as a mechanism, when you go through it and pursue it, you will believe its power. Yeah, it takes guts. It takes really guts to vibrate in certain frequency so that you can find that very spectrum in which you can resonate with that frequency to manifest reality in your life. You know what happens if you can find tranquility, peace of mind, while there is a chaos all around you. If you can find yourself in calm, composed, relaxed mode when there is a chaos around you, then you can do and attract abundance in your life. Nobody can stop you because you have learned the way. What is the art? Because what happens when they start manifesting, when they cling on that very rope, what happens when they go at a higher altitude, they get frightened. They take that whatever is happening around it is really frightening. They get intimidated. And in this speed, either they are flying on high altitude, either they go away or divert from the rotational path. If you are driving your car at high speed, if you do not have control on your steering and on your brake and accelerator, what will happen? You will do an accident. This is what happens to everybody. And when the accident happens, you know when accident happens, they have to go through a loop. It may be for years. They will not be manifest and attract as per the law, but they have to learn how to be in altitude, how to be architect of their own dreams. That is what they have to learn, and it is reality. What happens when they cling on the rope? I told you already. They get frightened when they go at higher altitude. You have to understand, when you are in a plane, you are in very composed and relaxed manner. That is why you are flying. You have ability to pay the ticket price, you have ability to achieve that success, then you are in aeroplane, you're flying with that. But what happens when the aeroplane will go at a destination? You're traveling with that, you want to change your paradigm, you're traveling with that. And when you're landing, it will certainly give you thrust, certain force will come into play. There you will feel certainly certain things in different manner. You have to understand that you have to adjust with the little inconvenience. Or if any health issue occurs, then it can also create troubles. This is what happens. This is what happens also when you are at higher altitude in your real life. This is what happens. But you have to understand how to navigate the challenges, how to stay in that position for longer period of time. Did you understand? And if you learn this art to manifest exactly, many things will unfold, and you will see that every work is aligning in your favor. Universe is conspiring and aligning everything in your favor. This is what will happen. This is called law of attraction. Yeah, there is no physical proof of that, but once you learn that, your inner wisdom will tell you again and again that how to navigate this path. And this is the reality that I'm telling you. Nobody will tell you. I talk about sometimes about metaphysical and all this reality, lot of law of manifestation. Today I'm talking about, and that is what you have to understand. This is the only reality that you have to understand. You have to have certain guts, you have to have certain wisdom to navigate these challenges. Yeah, aligning your frequency required certain actions that you have to learn. Once you will be in that frequency, it will be easier to learn new skills, to develop and go faster on that very skills in that very altitude. But if you are at surface, you'll have to toil harder. You have to toil harder. What happens, if you have less money, and if you do not have good education, you have to toil harder for every day, meeting your consumption, meeting your needs. You may become hand to mouth. It happens, in real life. But once you belong to middle class, thereafter you accumulate certain wealth, you go on a trajectory. And once you have 1 million or 2 million, you go out on upper trajectory, and you find it manifest really faster. This is the reality that you have to understand. And this same is applied in law of attraction as well. That is what you have to learn. Initially, you have to put an effort. You have to navigate that initial energy. And once you will do that, you will see that everything is changing. And this is, I'm telling you, this is a secret. When you understand metaphysically how to be calm, composed, and relaxed, how to be focused, how to be aware of yourself. Yeah, challenges will come. Fight will be really harder. But every businessman knows, bigger businessman, they know, tycoons know that business is a war. And if you will dive into that, arena of life where law of manifestation really works, you have to understand your life will be a war, not visible to ordinary people, but you yourself. You will understand that being an architect is not an easy task. Whatever you manifest, you will see that all around chaos is happening. And wherever you will touch, wherever you want to align yourself, it will stick. Your hand will stick wherever you will put your hand. And that is what you have to take care of. How to navigate the challenges, such as will be your power of influence. Your words will reverberate across universe. You won't even understand. The dimensional reality will converge. Time itself will become malleable for you. It will not be linear for you. This kind of next things will happen to you. And it will be only visible to you because you are resonating in higher dimension. And there, if after reaching that you want chaos, a better thing, it is dependent on you. But never be frightened. Be calm, composed, and relaxed. Everything will align. Yeah, chaos will be there. A little bit war will be there, but you have to use your intelligence, incisive mind, and you can certainly attain that. I'm telling you the reality. This is what happens. Why many people are afraid of that? Many an agency, suppose they are coming after you. You have to be aware of you, aware of yourself. Keep yourself neat and clean. Keep yourself a white collar person, and you'll navigate all these challenges because they have to understand and they have better visibility, not in terms of happening real good to everyone, but they are after all these things from a long time, and that's why they have a little bit of clue of that. They may create certain constraints and problems in your life, but you'll be able to navigate that. Without challenges, if you achieve something special, it will not be fruitful for you. You will not enjoy it. But after challenges, after navigating the war, you will be able to find happiness. You'll be mesmerized. And this is the power of being an architect. Thank you for listening to me.